Ariel Helwani in Boston alongside Dominick Cruz, who meets TJ Dillashaw this Sunday for the undisputed UFC bantamweight title. Dominick, it is hard for me to keep my emotions in check prior to this fight. I've been looking forward to it for so long, and I think I echo the rest of the MMA community's thoughts on the fight. But for you, this long journey, the injuries, the ups and downs, the setbacks, can you put into words, 3 days out, what's going through your mind?
Yeah, right now it's a test. That's the way I see this. I'm just glad that I can get ready. I'm ready for the next test. You know, that's what this is. It's a goal that I've set in front of me. And the goal of this whole process that I've gone through is to evolve, because that's the only option I had, was to either sit in sorrows and be sad that I lost some prime years, or use them to the best of my ability to become a better man, and then see what that gets me at the end of it. Here I am. I'm getting ready to put it all to a test, and against a good opponent. I mean, he's been winning, and he's been champion for a little while, and he's faced some of the best. So I got no easy routes becoming a champion. I had no easy route coming back after a 3-year injury against a top 5 guy in Mizugaki. And I have no easy route coming back after another ACL surgery, fighting for the title against TJ Dillashaw. But I'm up for the challenge, I'm up for the test, and I'm excited for it.
These trials and tribulations that you experienced would have broken many other men and women. I'm wondering, honestly, can you tell us now that you're here, was there a point where you thought you were really done, that it would be impossible to overcome all of this?
I never thought it was going to be impossible, but I'll tell you, the trick to this whole situation for me was actually having faith that I would be back, but letting it go. So I had to keep in my mind that, all right, you know it's in your heart, you know you want to do it, you know your age is on your side. Keep those things in mind, Dominick, but it's time to set the gloves down and stop and change your hats and find a new life, find a new mindset, find a new way to live, and find a new way to live positively. The only positive way I knew how to live before I got hurt was fighting. It was my release, it was my truth, it was my anti-depression. And when I lost it, I didn't know what to do without it. And I hit a depression, and that's when you saw me crying on the interview with you. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was at rock bottom, and I had to use that time to grow, and that's what I did. I learned a lot from it, and that's all you can do.
Being here, fight week, you've gone through the training camp. We're just days away, right? Is this a victory in its own right? Like, do you believe in those things? Like, just getting to Boston, he's right over there, you're about to fight for the belt. Is that a victory in your mind?
I live in the present now. And that's another thing I learned over this time, Ariel, is if I was thinking about being here 4 years ago, I would have never got here, man. I would have just been stressing out every day. So I had to let that go and say, you know, you got to find new ways to live life and love life. And I did that. And now I'm in the present day because I'm not thinking about Sunday. I'm not thinking about the past or what I've gone through. I'm thinking about being here in front of you in your sweet coat.
Thank you.
And it's nice.
Yes.
It's nice to be here because this is where the peace is at, man.
Right.
This is where I can relax, just enjoy my time. And when you can do that, it's like I said, man, just peace. You can just enjoy your life and not stress too much.
By the way, I noticed the green here. Very subtle. Subtle nod to the Bostonians here. Very smart. You're smart as shark. What about the beard? Is this a new look for you?
No,
what is this?
The truth is, I'm so skinny right now that I don't like when I shave. It's
Right.
like my face looks all like weird and bony. So I just thought I'd keep a little scruff. But I'll shave it on fight night. I'll be clean cut.
Much has been made of the talk leading up to this fight. I'm wondering if you think you've actually broken him. I mean, the exchanges feel rather one-sided, and you continue to go, and it's been very entertaining to watch as an outsider. I know that there's a sort of plan of attack here, but do you think you're actually under his skin and are winning that battle?
I'm definitely under his skin, but he's not smart enough to realize it's a battle. That's why he doesn't talk. He hasn't understood that part of the game yet. He hasn't understood that, you know, he's got to be able to speak if he wants to sell tickets for himself. I'm not saying all this to sell tickets. I'm saying the things that I'm saying because I'm putting myself out there. I'm taking my balls out, for lack of a better term, and setting them on the desk and saying, and everybody knows it. He won't do that. He's not willing to because it's fearful to say what you're going to do. But at some point you realize that you're going to be judged no matter what, Ariel. And whether I say what I'm going to do and how much I believe in myself or not, people are going to judge me. If I said I'm TJ Dillashaw is the best guy I've ever faced. He's great. He's this. He's that. People are going to judge that too. If I'm nice, if I say what I mean. So I just say what I mean. And the truth is, you know, I get to just be me and enjoy this, and it's fun. I don't think that it's a battle that's won because all that really matters is the fight. Uh, it, and I didn't start all this. I mean, he was the first one to say I'm knocking Dominick out in 2 rounds. I see holes in his game. Ludwig saying, TJ's a better version. You think that sat well with me? You think I enjoyed hearing that? You think that was kind? You think that was a martial artist thing to say? That's what they're saying about me. They're saying that I'm not a martial artist, I'm an entertainer. Well, they had a whole lot to say before I started saying something back. And now that I started saying something back, they've turned the tables and tried to make me out to be like I'm some kind of bad guy. Well, the truth is they started this battle and I'm finishing it.
What did you say to him when you guys were facing off in Las Vegas around a month ago? Everyone's been wondering online.
I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I hope they skin check TJ Dillashaw because he had a little something on his lip and I let him know about it.
Okay. And he heard you?
Oh, he heard me. He didn't say a word.
Right.
The thing was staring at me like just a thing on his lip. And it worried me. I was worried about him. But I said when we were walking away that Lamisil wasn't going to fix it. Lamisil is an antifungal cream, but it wasn't a fungus. That was something different. And I don't know. It was staring at me. So I said something about it, and he didn't say anything because he knew it was staring at me.
When you find out all the stuff that he's been going through, changing managers, changing teams, the drama with Uriah Faber, a lot's been going on. This has not been sort of an easy walk in the park for him as champion. Is that another, victory for you? Do you feel like this guy's going through too much? There's too many distractions? Or do you think he made the right move going to Colorado?
I think that TJ is doing what he needs to do for him. And there's nothing necessarily bad with that. But I think about, even though I don't necessarily have Faber as my favorite person in the world, he did spend a lot of money promoting TJ, helping him understand the sport, getting him ready, building him into a good grappler, adding things to his game, took him from college and built him up. And I think what happened is Faber wants people to do good, but he doesn't want them to do better than himself. And I think TJ could feel that. And he wanted to be the man. And TJ at his new camp is the man now. He's the only champion there. And he doesn't have to live under the shadow of Uriah Faber. I think he was tired of that. And I think that that's where that came from. Not to mention you got Ludwig, who wanted to be the head man, the head coach, the head honcho. Faber wasn't going to let that happen either because there can only be one alpha male at Team Alpha Male. And so I knew it was a matter of time, especially after TJ won the belt, that he was going to start thinking he was better. And I think that's kind of what happened. I think he felt he learned and took everything he could from that camp and then moved on to grow for himself. But at some point, you got to have some loyalty and understand the truth of the game is what he showed you. And that's what, I've stuck with the same guy that brought me in this sport since day one. Basically my sensei, Eric Del Fierro. Yeah. And I got loyalty to him. He's family. And he's the one person that believed in me when nobody else did. And that's what I remember. That's what gets me through these times. That's the kind of camaraderie that I love. And, Ludwig picked up Dillashaw when he was at his best. He didn't build him into the best.
2 last quick things. Have you thought about what that feeling will be like when the belt is around your waist? Do you think the emotions will get the better of you? I mean, that is an unbelievable... athletes don't overcome what you have overcome to get to this point. And to finally get your belt back, have you allowed yourself to dream about that?
I've definitely dreamed about it. I haven't allowed myself to feel it because honestly, Errol, it's impossible to feel that until you're there. Like, okay. I seriously, you could see in some of my past photos when I won it, I just closed my eyes. Even after my last fight, I just have to, there's no feeling like it. Just because of what I've gone through. It's incredible amount of stuff that I've had to face and toughness that I had to deal with to day by day, and not thinking about what I could have, but just getting through, bending my knee 10 times, doing my squats, like all that stuff adds up. So I don't know what that's going to feel like that night, but I know it's going to be sweet. And that's what I'm aiming for, and I'm excited for it.
You have turned into one of the best, if not the best, analysts in the game. Take your fighter hat off, put your analyst hat on. How do you beat him?
I beat TJ with my instincts. I beat TJ with the path that I've been set on before he became champion. What turns people into champions isn't the belt. It's the challenges and the people that they face to build them into that champion. I've faced great opponents that are still very relevant. They're still champions, and that are still, if they're not champions, they should be. So Joseph Benavidez, Demetrius Johnson, Uriah Fabers. I mean, the list goes on. He faced Barao twice, and he faced Joe Soto on 2 hours' notice. That's what gave him his belt. I earned my belts through wars, through hard wars, hard trials. I didn't get no route. The best guy didn't drop out of the division for me to win the belt. I beat the best guy in the division at the time to earn the belt. So here I am. I'm back, and I want to prove that I'm the best in the world.
Pleasure as always. Good luck, my man, and welcome back.
Thank you.